I did my regency at Cheverus High School in Portland, Maine. I taught English there for 3 years. It was a great experience. I loved being there. So much so that I just assumed I would go back to high school ministry after I was ordained. When I was ordained, I spent a year doing parish ministry in a parish right outside of Boston in Everett, Massachusetts. And then I went to the College of the Holy Cross in Worcester, where I did campus ministry for the next 10 years. And then the Jesuits asked me if I would go to Fairfield University to be the rector of the Jesuit community for the university Jesuits and the high school Jesuits. I did that for 5 years, and then I was asked to become the president of our high school in Fairfield, Fairfield Prep. That idea, when it was presented to me, seemed completely out of the blue. It seemed very weird and intimidating to me, something that I would never want to do ever. But as I prayed about the request, I thought I heard Jesus say, I knew I heard Jesus say, don't be afraid, don't be afraid. I had heard Jesus say that to me before. And so I took the job, and what followed were 10 very happy years at Fairfield Prep. I was asked during my time in theology studies, I was asked by someone at Fairfield University if I would consider coming to Fairfield University right after ordination to work in campus ministry. I had never thought about doing university campus ministry. I knew I wanted to go back to work in our high schools, and the province was certainly planning to send me to go back to high school ministry. But that idea of doing campus ministry with young adults began to percolate in my head and really had great appeal. And so after my year of parish work, as I was discussing and discerning with the provincial about what my next assignment would be, that idea kept coming up. And it had been, for me, a random kind of phone call from the president of Fairfield University that got me into that ministry. I think part of the richness of the charism of the Society of Jesus is that not only do we serve the church, serve God's people in many ways, but our way of proceeding, that phrase that St. Ignatius loves so much, is to really invite a dialogue between an individual Jesuit and his superiors, where the individual Jesuit is invited and encouraged to talk with his superiors about what his desires are, what his talents are, what his hopes are for life in the society, for ministry in the society, and in which the superiors also, because they see the needs of the whole province, the whole society, the superiors will also present to an individual Jesuit, we need helpers here too, we need workers here too. Could you help us here? Would you think about this? What does God say to you about this kind of ministry? I think one of the great things about the society is that we serve the church, we serve God's people, we serve in many different ways, and we offer a variety of ministries and try and do each of those very well. My name is Fr Boughton, and this is my vocation.